Good evening, everyone. Just Damien. As you can see, it's a different surrounding. I'm not in my living room. I'm at parents at the moment, so things may look a bit different. I don't think I've done a vlog in this living room before. I think I've mainly done it upstairs in the loft. Today I've had a bit of a really long day. Courtesy of Bristol Street Motors, and I'm going to explain about this now. I got talking to the main manager there, Trevor, via email, and he introduced me to a manager called Lee. And Lee showed me around and showed me around the dealership and introduced me to the valeting team, and I helped them valet a car for Bristol Street Motors Nissan, a new one that was getting brought into the showroom. However, at the end of the day, we valeted my car as well. We washed it, polished it, and did all the windows, and wet vacked it as well. This has taught me a bit more on cars and a bit more into what's going on, and I do appreciate the journey and the time they put out in showing me that, really. And it does take a lot longer than I thought. I think I was in my car for an hour or two. It's my first time, but getting all the polishing off did take a, a lot longer than it did take a lot longer getting the polish off than I thought. And I do understand more about the full valeting process. You don't have to just throw a bucket of water over a car or clean it with a pressure washer and then just hoover it out. That's not a full valet, but I do appreciate their experiences, and they showed me a couple of features in my car as well that I didn't really know much about. So I understand my car a bit better now and understand how I can improve my driving style accordingly. I do appreciate the visit, and I do appreciate them taking time out into showing me how a dealership runs and how the valeting side and that works as well, because I'm learning more of the behind the scene things, and it's also getting me to build up the rapport with people, and that way I'm going to get more opportunities in the future and more time to do things as well. Barry, the valeting company is a third party company, and it's not owned by Bristol Street Motors, but they've gave me their details to Barry to ring, that's in charge of the North East Autism Society, see if I can get a further placement with them, or to see if I can do anything else with them as well, that kind of stuff. As I say, I'm enjoying it. My next opportunity now is going to be possibly July, last July, August time, because I'm going on a 2 day trip to see Kylie, and that's the first opportunity coming. And then I've got this stuff at Wynyard Hall as well, which is in August, 17th of August. So I have got a couple of other opportunities left. However, it's just putting on a delay at the moment. It's putting a delay on things at the moment. However, I might have more stuff in the pipeline after today's meeting, after tomorrow's meeting, sorry, because I've got an appointment with my social worker and Jane from Darlington Association of Disability. I've came up with a plan of how I want things to move forward, and the best way that things are going to move forward better for me under my circumstances. And I hope to take all the information into consideration and hopefully put the plan together the way I want it, in the way that it would be best suited for me and I hope that way works out properly in that as well. As I say, I've got a couple of things lined up in August, July, but I need to start contacting more companies again to try to build up more rapport and to keep things going. Basically, I'm glad to be working with my social worker and that again. As I said in a couple of videos, I've been a bit worried because she's not been contacting me back. But my social worker is amazing, Kelly Durham. She's the one social worker that I've worked with that I've had strong enthusiasm from to get the best out of me, and I feel like she wants to push me forward, and I feel a stronger connection with her than any other social worker I've had. However, I do feel like I do feel really bad because of the way I was treating her a couple of months ago because of mental breakdown, but I was blaming her for everything when it wasn't her fault, and we need to try to get things going again and hopefully building up our confidence back in each other. I do know that when I go to social services now, or when I have meetings with people, that they need to have numerous members of staff there because of me carrying a bottle in. But I am a lot better now. I'm not gonna. The next plan that I've been discussing is to hopefully minimise the risks of the mental breakdown in the future, and to give me the stuff on managing the triggers that have triggered it off. I have got the car booked in for an MOT and service next week, so I've got that to do as well. However, I might have mentioned this in a previous video, but it's happened again. I get people messaging me about something. They want to buy something off me. Give me a time scale of when I'm going to be in. I'll be there within between 9 and 10 in the morning. Would that be okay? No one turns up. I was at my place to about 11 in the morning, but no one turned up. That just wastes my time. It wastes your time. And if you don't want to turn up, or if you've changed your mind, just message me, because I had other things to do, because I had to come and help my mum and dad out as well, because they need someone to sit with the dog for a bit while they were doing jobs and that. So I did have plans, and I did have other things that I needed to do as well. So that just wastes my time, and it just wastes your time, because I could be getting on with other things. I am human after all, and I do have a life other than waiting about for people that aren't going to turn up. I find that really annoying and frustrating, to be honest. And it takes time out of my day, and it takes time out of your day as well. I'm a bit ashamed that Mercedes couldn't get the 1-2 and finish in Monaco. Basically, it would have been really a good thing if they had the 1-2 finish at Monaco, because that would have broke the record for most consecutive 1-2 finishes in a team in a row. And that would have been a brilliant way to honour Niki Lauda, to honour his death, or honour Niki Lauda, and to celebrate his life. Niki Lauda would have been proud, and he would have took his hat off to the team if they could have achieved that. But Red Bull had an unsafe release on Max Verstappen, and that caused Valtteri Bottas the opportunity, and that caused Valtteri Bottas the opportunity that he needed another pit stop. So Valtteri Bottas had to do another pit stop because of an unsafe release of Red Bull, and that basically cost Mercedes the chance of the 1-2 finish for Niki Lauda, but Lewis did get the win and his tyres were going off, so I thought that was a very hard drive and a championship drive from Lewis Hamilton, and a mature drive as well. Just something going back past, I don't know what it was. So I just thought that was all right, and I'm glad he didn't pit like he did a few years ago, because he lost the race win a few years ago because this 2015. And Lewis Hamilton's not that good at Monaco either. He's only had 3 finishes at Monaco, and it's normally a Red Bull circuit, but it is good to see. It is good to see Red Bull with the Honda engine getting up there. If it wasn't for the unsafe release, they could have most likely got a podium for Monaco, and they could have really had a couple of good finishes with that Honda engine. And I do feel bad for Charles Leclerc. He's the Ferrari driver, but he made a few mistakes in qualifying. He chose not to go out, and that meant he missed qualifying 2 and 3. He got put out in first qualifying 1. So if it was for wasn't for him getting put out qualifying 1, he might have had a better finish, because I feel like he was overdriving the car a bit in the race, which caused him to retire at the end of the day. But if he had got out better in qualifying 1, if he had got through qualifying 1, he would have possibly, if he got into qualifying 3 and that, he could have got onto the podium, and that would have been the first time someone from Monaco got onto the podium. I think he's born and bred in Monaco, so yeah, that would have been good. But yeah, I don't think he's been. I think he's only been in the podium once this year, twice. I'm not quite sure, but he could have won the race in Bahrain if he hadn't have had engine issues. So yeah, and thank you and good night.